Right, quick update on Simon's bike. That's the original tail section off the mudguard. And once that removed, which is really originally the start of all your 1950s bobbers and all that, so that's all they did. You just bang the hinge pin out of there. It's got what you call a Crocker rear light fitted. Bitch pad, bum pad, whatever you want to call it. So put the number plate on. He wasn't sure if he wanted the chrome strips or not, so I've just rested them on there for the time being. And he said he likes them, so we'll go with those. He wants to leave these holes because if he wants to fit his panniers on, he can, yeah? Yeah. So all needs straightening out, bashing out, but any unwanted holes will all get welded up, so you can't see them. Same this side. It's just years and years of people drilling holes in it to try and work out what and how they want to do it, you know. Like they put the wiring hole down here, which is too low. So that one I'll fill, and your wiring comes from here, just runs down there, and you want to just get it nicely under there, yeah? So your wiring will run back up to the rear light there. Yeah. The only other thing we've got to do on that before I start prepping it for paint is work out how we're going to hold the rear stand up, so we'll have a look at that, yeah?
Okay.
It all fell off and run over. So, we've got to work out what we're going to do with this. Now, this is actually a front stand. Is Alex's the same? See the U section channel?
Oh right, yeah.
So this is a front stand for something that's been altered to fit on the back. But I quite like that, it makes it a bit quirky, you know?
That's it.
A bit individual. So we've got to make something to hold that up. So we'll take the rear light back off for the moment. Get some nice stainless screws for this. Yeah, I would say this is more, the way Simon's doing his, I would say is more of a 40s, 50s kind of style, yeah? Mm. Whereas that, Ben's one, is more of a sort of flat tracker 60s style. And especially with the bars that Simon's putting on this, it'll definitely look a lot more 50s, you know? Yeah. That's a miracle. These, like a base gasket, yeah? Yeah. But profiled. Almost anything that you buy, reproduction, they don't fit. They're terrible, but this is actually good. Okay, so let's have a look and see what we've got there. So we've got a reasonable hollow in there. So that's your reproduction, what they call a Crocker rear lamp. Crocker was another motorbike, B-twin in America. So that's the lamp they had on them. I can see why people like them, they're quite stylish, aren't they?
Yeah. It's very of the time, isn't it?
Yeah. Right, so the original clamped on to this piece here. So we'll take that off, clean it, 'cause it's covered in black soot off the engine, and see what we can do with that. But you can see these were originally, probably original military fenders. See where these have been added? Somebody's made these. Yeah. The side, so that's why that lot over there needs a good, bloody good tidying up, you know. That's original. So they probably were original military fenders because the bike was military, you know. Early ones. Later ones are flatter. Right, so that's taking the curve that way, but which should marry under there somehow. That's obviously miles too high, so that won't work. That's obviously miles too low, so we'll have to bend it. It's just whether that will clip into anything. Not realistically, will it?
Not obviously.
Well, it just stands bent anyway, which is quite normal on these. So working out how to fix it, you know. Right. Now, welding a bit of tube in there won't work because it'll put that off wobble, won't it? That's where the feet go down. Could extend those though. It's quite low to there, so you're not going to get it underneath. That isn't going to work. It's got to go on the top somehow. I suppose clipping in like that might work.
It's got to have pressure on that.
Yeah. But obviously that bend's going the wrong way, but that leaves the arc going the right way. So if we straighten that out there, the arc will be alright on the radius of the mudguard. And then that piece will clip hopefully into there to hold it, yeah? So let's straighten that out. We can always shorten it and mess around with it. So whether it'll straighten, because it is spring steel, but it's going. I need a big hammer. Right, still got to go miles down. Okay, but I think that'll work, won't it? Because that'll drop it down below the number plate and the crocker lamp then as well. I don't want to cut and weld it at the moment, because you take some of the spring out of it.
Do you know how they create spring steel then?
I don't actually. Ow. No, I don't.
That's the end of that question.
Yeah, sorry about that. Right. So I'm going to have to straighten that bit as well. Does stay quite springy, doesn't it? So you've got to get it past that, because every time you try and bend it, yeah, all it do is fold at the weakest point.
Yeah.
So get it there, and then beat it. Oh. Spring steel, see? That's what happens if you give it too much welly. See, ideally, you could weld a tube in here, but you won't get it because that's bent already, and your feet are going to hit, it'll rock on the centre, yeah? So let's get a bit of box section that'll bring that down. Mine's just got radius on it. Right, I'm going to have to weld that back on, because being so short, you need it to pivot, you need the spring to pivot from about there.
Okay.
Because you'll never bend it,
Yeah.
to get the thing in and out, you know. Let's just tack it up from there, see what angle I've got on it. Trim the end of that one. Makes the tea taste better. By the time that's bolted, it may just work. So, I need to just offer the rear light up again. No, plenty of clearance on any of that, so that's good.
You said it should work. Why wouldn't it work?
It's whether you can pull it far enough to clear. I might have to chop this right down.
Okay.
So if you look, and that's bolted in there. It's hitting that. So realistically, you've got to bring that, cut that so it's clear of that, and then when that goes up under there, bolted in. Still a little bit loose, but we should be able to get a bit of bend on that somewhere. So I think the next thing to do is actually drill the holes and bolt it in.
Yeah.
And see where we go from there, you know?
Straight through the tyre.
I've done that. Did that on a Peugeot 205, putting a boot floor in it. I was laying there, drilling the sides of the spot welds out. And I thought, what's that hissing noise? Straight through the tyre. Okay. I've got quite a bit of spring, mate, so. Okay, so we're going to take him down. Obviously nothing's tightened up, but we can get it ballpark, it'll work, you know. I think by the time all that's tightened up, that'll work.
Well, I think so.
Yeah, that'll be good. And it's got, I can weld a bolt on there just so you can get a little lip up on it.
Yeah.
Cool. I think what I'll do on the lathe is get some inch tubing and just cut a ring. You can weld it, you just get your finger in there then and pull it, you know. I think that'll work better, don't you?
Yeah.
Right, okay then.